What's up, guys? Welcome to the Stats Free Sports channel. Let's get right into it. So the NFL Combine is what, next week, the 28th, I believe that's when it starts. And I was none the wiser. I did not know it started this early. I thought it started a little bit later, but I think I've been thrown off since the whole extra week this past NFL season. They pushed back pushed back Super Bowl, and the season had one more extra week. So I just been off, with how the timeline works out, but the NFL Combine does start next week. Now, I want to do a couple of highlights. I want to do a couple of prospects to highlight during this draft season. And Tyree Wilson, pass rusher, out of Texas Tech, is one of the main ones I want to look at. I'm looking at some big name guys. I'm gonna give you also a couple of small name guys in the own individual videos also. So, but this one's gonna be focused on Tyree Wilson. And the main question is, how high will he go, and is he better than Will Anderson Jr.? Now, for me personally, how high will he go? I'm looking at top three. I'm looking at top three, man. Based on what I'm seeing and what I'm reading about him, I really do think the Cardinals at number three could either go him, Anderson, or Tyree Wilson. Just depends on what you want. Will Anderson is definitely the better edge rusher, pass rushing threat, but Tyree Wilson has the tools and the ability and the frame to be an outright monster wherever you put him at. And that's the difference. Will Anderson strictly a pass rusher, strictly an edge. Tyree Wilson might not stick as an edge much longer. Once it gets to the league, actually 6'6", 275. He's better inside. Honestly, he's better inside, but he needs more power. Well, he got the power, but he needs more speed to stay on that edge position. I do believe the 3-4 is the best scheme fit for him, and the Cardinals definitely do apply that system, but it just depends on what they want at the moment. Tyree Wilson right now as an edge rusher, not on par with Will Anderson, no question about it. He lacks a couple things that Anderson doesn't, and the main big weakness I see with Wilson is his lack of explosive get off. And also he plays high at 6'6", 275. It's tough to stay low on a consistent basis. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of energy, a lot of discipline. And his lack of get off, his lack of explosiveness really kind of, makes it, makes me seem like the edge is in the best spot for him. Kick him inside, have him gain a little bit more weight. He's already strong as an ox. He's strong as an ox, but he'll be fine, I think, pushing inside. More of a Trayvon Walker role. He's not like him. They're not very that similar, but just like Trayvon Walker, he can give you everything. A little bit of pass rush, a little bit of outside pass rusher if need be, a little bit of DN, a little bit of inside. Oops, excuse me for that noise. A little bit of inside rush and run stop as well, because they're not quite quick enough on a consistent basis to be a outright pass rusher. And Wilson and not Wilson, Tyree Wilson, excuse me, fits that mold like Trayvon Walker pretty well. Like the Jags play him. I think the Cardinals, maybe number 5, if Will Anderson or someone else does go to the Cardinals at number 3, or they trade back, whatever. I think the Seahawks are a pretty good spot also. To pair him with one of the veteran pass rushers there, and I can't say his name. I stutter and I talk fast. I know his name. I can't say it, but I think Uwansu, I think his name is, former Charger. I know who he is. I just can't say his name. But pair a young guy like Will Anderson or Tyree Wilson with him. That's something to work with. You got Brooks on the inside at backer. That's not bad there. But on to some strengths for Tyree Wilson. Elite size. Elite size, man. Like I said, keep saying 6'6", 275 is dangerous. And he's only going to get better, most likely. He builds into his frame more. He builds into his hands more. Another weakness I'm going to touch on before I go straight strengths. Um, Lack of technique with his hands. Lack of hand movement. More of a bull rusher. Not really advanced with his hand movement and placement yet as a defensive pass rusher. It's going to come, hopefully. And if it does, those are the reasons why you bank him, why you bank that he's better than Will Anderson long term. Will Anderson right now, definitely the better player, definitely the better pass rusher, but you can definitely get more from Tyree Wilson if he figured those things out. Explosiveness, level, pad level, technique. hand speed, hand work. Those things definitely, hopefully, will come, and those are all about the drafts and why it's a projection business. Because if you want to project him to be that way, and if he pans out fully, there's no question Tyree Wilson is better than Will Anderson. But on to some more strengths. High end production with extensive upside still available. He's gave you good production at Texas Tech. Texas Tech was very good. As I said earlier, he got room to grow. He got room to grow to his frame and room to grow in his game also. Next, another strength I have listed, he controls tight ends at a point of attack. Pretty good job there. If you watch the film on him, tight ends can't stick with him. They can't stick with him. They can help out. Him and the tackle can definitely help out and do some damage there, but straight up tight end, not gonna work. Not gonna work, man. So another one, he wrecks havoc on backside run plays. Trying to do backside plays on him, not gonna work. Locks that down. And one more thing I'm gonna do on strengths for him is his length allows for improbable tackles from distance. So what that means basically, the tackles can't do that length. That long arms gonna hold them off from tackles really getting a good hand on them. They can try to do whatever they want to do, but they're kind of in no man's land. If you gotta be a great tackle for the most part, or have a great game, good moments to really get inside on Tyree Wilson and get on his pads. Those long arms, and as I said earlier, once he develops those moves and the hands become even better, even quicker, even he's more confident using his hand work. Once that happens, he's going to be unguardable. He's going to be unguardable from the inside at D tackle and outside from the pass rushing spot. That's what I mean. So Tyree Wilson to me right now is already just off base play right now. He's probably a top 10 guy. The potential makes him go high to top 3, maybe top 5. But Tyree Wilson is definitely a top 10 guy, no question about it. If not the Cardinals, you have the Seahawks. If not the Seahawks, you have the Lions at 6. If not the Lions, you have the Raiders at 7. If not the Raiders, you have my Falcons at number 8. So who I can't even talk. I'm so excited. Whoever don't get him, I hope my Falcons somehow get Tyree Wilson. But as of right now, he's been going up and up, which has been moving away from my Falcons, who he was mocked to earlier on in this process, and the process is still early on now, but even earlier, prior to this moment here, he was mocked to the Falcons at number 8, and he's been going up ever since. So hopefully he comes back down, but as of right now, he's gonna go top 5, but for sure, guarantee Tyree Wilson goes top 10. Hopefully, my Falcons can somehow sneak out with him for number 8, but we'll see what happens there. But yeah, he's a heck of a prospect, man, and better than Will Anderson. I do think so. Not pass rusher, but overall player, overall dominance. I think Will Anderson has a long way to go, and kind of somewhere not a long way to go. He can't even get there. He's not. He doesn't have the size or strength to do what Tyree Wilson does. That's the difference. That's why size matters. That's why length matters for situations like this for potential reasons. Potential is the key word for when you do the draft, and that's why off potential, Tyree Wilson might be number 3 overall pick in this year's draft. So that's it for video, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.